Hello everyone. I think for people who have been interested in games for a while, it's no surprise that most popular games have their own Chinese versions, featuring exclusive in-game content that isn't available in the standard versions. These special Chinese versions exist because China has an enormous population, making up 18% of the world's total. Due to this, game companies create special versions for the Chinese market to attract more players. As you probably guessed from the title, today I want to review the Chinese version of Plants vs. Zombies. Not many people know about this version of PVZ, but trust me, it's worth your attention. Alright, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, sponsorship has been added to my channel. Now, if you want to support me, you can do so. There are 3 subscription levels available, their prices are shown on the screen. Follow the link in the description or visit the channel's main page to become a sponsor. Let's get started. First impressions. Upon launching the game, we are greeted with a tutorial where Crazy Dave's icon explains how to select a level and start playing. If I were Chinese, I'd probably feel a little insulted. After all, the rest of the world doesn't get a tutorial on how to start the game. Though, to be fair, the interface of the Chinese PVZ is a bit more complex, but we'll get to that later. Level 1. The first level in the Chinese PVZ is identical to the first level in the standard version, a basic tutorial on how to place plants. Level 2. Here's where we start seeing differences. A new hero plant appears. It looks like an ordinary walnut in a suit. However, unlike a regular walnut, this one can fight at long range, dealing 26 damage per shot. It can also fire lasers from its eyes, damaging multiple zombies at once. If a zombie manages to start eating it, the plant can activate a shield that protects it until the zombie is defeated. Additionally, it can freely move across any row or tile. This plant is called Iron Nutman. After completing level 2, Dr. Zomboss appears and electrocutes Iron Nutman, causing something strange to happen. If you're expecting an explanation for what just happened, sorry, I don't understand it either, but it was definitely unexpected. Level 3. Nothing particularly special happens here, just a standard level like in regular PVZ. Level 4. This is where things get even more interesting. First, we are introduced to buffs. The first buff gives us 500 sun. The second buff provides instant access to Ice Shroom. The third buff plants cherry bombs on all tiles. Additionally, a new zombie and a new game objective are introduced. New objective. In standard PVZ, the goal is simply to prevent zombies from eating your brains. But in the Chinese version, starting from level 4, a star rating system is introduced. You can complete levels with 1, 2, or 3 stars. 1 star, survive the level. 2 stars, prevent zombies from reaching the lawnmowers. 3 stars, protect a small star on the lawn from being taken. New zombie, the elf zombie. This zombie will appear in almost every level from now on. It doesn't attack plants or eat brains. Instead, near the end of the level, it flies in on a bird and heads straight for the small star. If it manages to take the star, you can no longer earn 3 stars for that level. If you think stopping this seemingly harmless zombie will be easy, think again. It has a huge amount of HP. On the final stage, its health is nearly twice that of a Gargantuar, and with each new area, it gets even stronger. Interface differences. Now, let's take a break from the levels and look at the differences between the Chinese PVZ interface and the standard version. The first noticeable change is that the Tree of Wisdom is replaced with a cherry blossom tree. I'm no expert, but isn't cherry blossom a symbol of Japan, not China? Additionally, aside from the usual flower pots, there's a mortar icon, which lets you view achievements. In the Chinese version, achievements grant rewards, such as coins, gems, or buffs. There's also a statue in the Chinese PVZ menu, but we'll get to that later. This is just the beginning of my review of the Chinese Plants vs. Zombies. Stay tuned for more insights on its exclusive content and mechanics. Interface elements. In the Chinese PVZ, there are several interactive icons in the menu. Sunflower icon, clicking on it allows us to upgrade hero plants. Zombie hand with a sack, leads to the in-game store. Water bucket, opens the Zen garden. Game modes. There are 3 game modes in the Chinese PVZ. 1. Adventure mode, the classic levels from the original PVZ. 2. Journey to the Western Outpost, new additional levels. 3. Competition mode, includes survival mode and boss battle mode. Interface design. The interface style of the Chinese PVZ deserves special attention. It follows a storybook theme. You select a game mode like choosing a book. You pick a location as if opening a book chapter. You choose a level like flipping through a page. I personally find this design very appealing. One more interesting feature in the Chinese PVZ is the ability to freely choose any level and location. While this feature was added to the mobile version of PVZ only recently, the Chinese version had it from the very start in 2013, and it has hardly been updated since then. Even here, the Chinese version was ahead of its time. Continuing with the levels. Level 5 Standard Walnut Bowling. Levels 6 to 9 Regular levels, identical to the original PVZ. Level 10 A typical conveyor belt level. Night and other locations. After finishing the daytime area, we've already seen some unique content. But what about the night levels? Unfortunately, there are no new additions in the night stage. The same applies to pool levels, fog levels, roof levels. Even the final boss fight remains unchanged. No new zombies or new plants appear in these stages. Additional levels. If you thought there were no new levels in the game, you'd be mistaken. The Chinese PVZ features extra challenge levels, but they require 20 gems to unlock. Each stage has 3 additional levels, and they come with special conditions, such as completing the level with randomly selected plants, surviving for 30 seconds without sun production, preventing zombies from crossing a certain line. These additional levels feel more like minigames than traditional stages. New plants. Yes, the game does have new plants, and you can only obtain them by purchasing them with gems. Here are some of them. Grenade launcher, takes 10 shots to kill a zombie, similar to a repeater. However, it has a special attack that deals medium damage. Carrot rocket, also requires 10 shots to kill a zombie. It can launch a rocket shield, which explodes after being eaten. Oak archer, takes 7 shots to kill a zombie. Its special attack fires charged arrows at all zombies on the field. Ghost chili, attacks at medium range and needs 7 hits to kill a zombie. Its special attack deals damage to zombies in neighboring rows. Laser bean, a familiar plant from PVZ2. It takes 7 shots to kill a zombie and pierces through multiple enemies. Its special attack works the same as in PVZ2. Dandelion, another plant from PVZ2. It takes 7 shots to kill a zombie and launches bombs at every zombie on the field. Lion zeal, also from PVZ2. It takes 4 shots to kill a zombie and can damage zombies in adjacent lanes with its special attack. Bonk choy, a legendary melee plant from PVZ2. It takes 10 hits to kill a zombie, and its special attack is identical to its PVZ2 version. And these are not all the new plants, there are still more to discover. Plants that cannot be used in this mode. Unfortunately, there are some plants that I cannot use in the selected mode, so we'll take a look at them later. For now, let's focus on the hero plants. Hero plants. Iron Nutman, I've already reviewed this hero plant before, so we'll skip it. Kong Pea, Lord of Pea Shooters, moves quickly across the field and shoots peas, dealing 20 to 28 damage per shot. He can also ignite zombies with his gaze. His super attack is a staff strike, which can one-shot a football zombie. Gourd in Goa, essentially an infinite squash. Like all hero plants, he can relocate anywhere on the field. After attacking, he needs time to recover. He can also throw rakes or perform a super slam. King Nut, functions similarly to Walnut, but when zombies bite him, he takes damage instead of losing health. He can regenerate HP quickly and even roll toward zombies like in Walnut Bowling. Monk Sunflower, my favorite plant. Every few seconds, it generates 2 sun. In night levels, it makes suns fall from the sky. If a zombie starts eating it, the monk sunflower will hypnotize it, just like Hypno Shroom. It can also freeze zombies for 3 seconds. Triple Pea Shooter Ninja, shoots in 3 lanes, using either regular peas or fire peas. Moves quickly and can deal 500 damage with his super attack. One of the best hero plants, in my opinion. Main levels and their changes. Now that we've reviewed the levels from the original PVZ and seen the new additions, it's time to move on to new locations. These extra locations can be found in the journey to the Western Outpost mode. New locations. First location, the bridge. The bridge is a prototype of the pool level, but inverted. Instead of 2 water lanes, there are 2 land lanes, while the rest is water. Level 1 simple introduction. I didn't realize I needed flower pots, so I had to manage with only 3 rows of pots. The new zombies in this level include Zombotany zombies. Level 2 plays like a Rain of Seeds mini game, but more enjoyable than a conveyor belt level. Level 3 similar to level 1, but longer and introduces walnut zombies from Zombotany. Level 4 a harder version of the Big Trouble, Small Zombies mini game. Level 5 the bosses are spider women, appearing in the final wave. 2 spawn at the beginning. 5 more arrive after the first 2 are defeated. They shoot webs to disable plants. They have high HP, but the fight was still pretty easy. Second location, the Torn Lawn. This location is based on the standard PVZ lawn, but half of the field is missing, hence the name, Torn Lawn. You need flower pots to plant on the middle row. It's also a night stage, making mushrooms the best choice. Level 1 easy, though I didn't know I needed flower pots again, so I survived using just 1 melon pult in the middle. Level 2 to win, you must plant starfruit in specific spots, super simple. Level 3 the main challenge here is minor zombies, but thankfully, starfruit and pumpkins saved me. Level 4 just a conveyor belt level, nothing special to add. Level 5 the boss is Bone Lady. She can transform into other zombies, like Disco Zombie or Ladder Zombie. She can also turn invincible. This fight was tough, but I still managed to win. Third location, Hellish Roof. The first level in this area. Well, it's basically a modified version of the original roof level. The Hellish Roof location is similar to the regular roof but takes place at night. The first level is harder than the previous 2, but still manageable. The second level is an unusual but difficult conveyor belt stage. It took me 3 or 4 attempts to complete, and I only succeeded thanks to buffs. The third level is a regular level, but challenging. It features ladder zombies, gargantuars, zombonis, football zombies, chili pepper zombies, and zombotany zombies. The fourth level is similar to the third but without zombonis and chili pepper zombies. The fifth level is a boss fight against flying gargantuar, a tough boss with multiple abilities. Throws a sack that destroys everything in its path, including lawnmowers. Launches fireballs. Becomes invulnerable, just like the previous boss. Spawns zombies. I had to fight him 4 times before finally winning. The next location is Flaming Abyss. In this area, you also need flower pots to plant. The first level is easy, but pea-shooter zombies are quite a challenge since they're larger than regular zombies. The second level is much harder due to the addition of pea-shooter zombies, squash zombies, walnut zombies, chili pepper zombies, Gatling pea zombies. Despite this, I still managed to complete it without much difficulty. In the third level, I changed my strategy. Instead of melon pults, I used pea shooting plants and torchwood. This worked much better than my previous strategy. This level was easier than the second one, and zombotany zombies were replaced with zombonis, but they weren't a big problem either. The fourth level is a conveyor belt stage, not too easy but not too hard either. The fifth level is a boss fight against Flaming Boy, who has 2 main abilities. Becomes invulnerable. Shoots flaming peas. He was a tough boss, but I still defeated him on my first try. The next location is Night Hell. This area also requires flower pots. Its main feature is that 2 cracks run across the field, preventing plant placement. At the beginning and end of these cracks, there are 2 portals. In the first level, the only challenge was the portals. Zombies that fall into them teleport directly to your plants. Other than that, the level was easy. The second level is similar to the final battle mini-game, nothing more to add. The third level is an average difficulty stage. The fourth level is just a conveyor belt stage, nothing special. The fifth level is a boss fight against Bull King, who has 3 battle phases. 1. First phase, only his legs are visible. 2. Second phase, you can see his torso and part of his head. 3. Third phase, he fully reveals himself. Between these phases, you can reselect plants. His abilities include summoning zombies, launching rockets. Despite his imposing appearance, Bull King is the easiest boss. I defeated him in just 3 minutes. The next location is Underwater World, the most interesting one so far. In this level, we are completely underwater, which is reflected in the game mechanics. You can't plant anything directly. Instead, you must first plant oxygen seaweed, which provides oxygen to nearby plants in a 3x3 area. I like that this location has logic to it. Additionally, I can now use plants that weren't available in other locations, so let's look at some new plants. Electric Anemone kills zombies in 3 hits and has a 3x3 range. Oxygen Seaweed, I mentioned this earlier, it provides oxygen to nearby plants. Sea Star acts like a walnut and kills zombies in 2 hits in bowling scenarios. Blackberry Seaweed stuns zombies for 10 seconds. Water Gun attacks zombies at medium range, killing them in 9 shots. Now that we've reviewed the new plants, let's get back to the levels. Underwater World levels. The first level is quite easy. A new zombie appears here, Shell Zombie, which is essentially a retextured conehead zombie. The second level is much harder than the first. It introduces Turtle Zombie, a tanky zombie with high HP that eats plants quickly. As it turns out, its weaknesses are Sea Star and Cherry Bomb, but at the time, I didn't know that, so I struggled a lot. The third level is even harder than the second since it has 4 waves. A new zombie appears here, Shrimp Zombie. Although it moves fast, it's not particularly dangerous. The fourth level is easier than the third. It introduces Craft Zombie, which can burrow underground and resurface anywhere on the field. This makes it annoying, but not the most dangerous zombie. The fifth level is about as difficult as the fourth. No new zombies appear in this level. The sixth level is slightly harder than the first. It features a new zombie, Moon Zombie, essentially a pole vaulting zombie but riding a seahorse. The seventh level is as difficult as the fifth. No new zombies appear. The eighth level is similar in difficulty to the sixth. A new zombie appears, Fish Zombie. This zombie throws fish at plants, temporarily disabling them. The ninth level is a regular, medium difficulty stage. The 10th level is a boss fight. The boss is Dragon King, a very tough opponent. His abilities include destroying tiles on the field, opening portals to spawn zombies, becoming invulnerable, creating a balloon that removes plants from the field. He also has a lot of HP, making him a real challenge. Without buffs, I probably wouldn't have beaten him on my first try. Final thoughts. Phew, that's everything. So, that was my review of Chinese PVZ. Let me know in the comments if you liked the game. Now, I'll wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to check out my other videos. Alright, thanks for watching. Good luck, and goodbye.